Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of my series on the DeathCraft server. My name is Brink. Today we'll be working on some power issues that we have back at the base. And they were unanticipated, but I think I have a solution. First of all, I want to enchant this and see what I get. Sharpness 3, not bad. I'll tell you what I did offline. I've been collecting wither skulls from the wither farm that I built, as you saw in one of my previous episodes. And I think I got up to about 128 wither skulls. So I've been fighting a lot of withers and getting a lot of nether stars. And I died in one of them. For some reason I didn't recuperate my health from the withering effects. And I went in and he one-shotted me with one big explosion that just destroyed my bedrock sword and bedrock pick. As well as a jetpack, but that's nothing. Anyway, so I died right under this lake where I was fighting him. I got a few nether stars, so that's the compensation for it. I'm happy for that, but yeah, we lost our bedrock items, and that's fine. I'll just work with what I have. I have a nano helmet, nano leggings, and longfall boots that are enchanted with haste 3 and sonic hedgehog. But this is fine. And then I got my old pickaxe that Crafted made for me. I made an omni wrench, and as you saw, I enchanted a diamond sword, sharpness 3. Well, let me show you some other things that I've done off camera. I built a little bit of an upper layer, and what I plan to do with this is what we're going to be doing with Thaumcraft. The big thing goes here. I don't even know the name of it. This rim, this edge, is going to be removed. I think I placed it incorrectly. I don't want it here. So I'm just going to leave this here, and then the rest is going to be glass. And then we have our elevator down, and we're ready to start our work for today. Let me tell you what I did. I've been running the mass fab for a long time, and I got a lot of the UU matter, or sorry, yeah, it's the UU matter. Filled up the tank with the liquid and made a lot of iridium. Let's see how many I have so far. 27, 29. And it's still going. I think I may have some more here. Yeah, I got 7 more. But anyway, yeah, I filled up this tank with this liquid. Gotta get a better way to send it into the ME and send it directly here with an export. I'm not sure how to transport liquids from the ME yet. But our windmill has been producing a lot of energy, and let me show you how it's been connected here. I have the energy coming into a tesseract, being broken down into EU, and right now it's not producing, because every now and then what happens, I think if you don't load the chunk with a windmill, it glitches out. For some reason, it's dependent upon a player being nearby. Now, if I go up here, I'm probably going to see 0. Let's see. No, it's 1843. So down here at the first slot, we have 0. Now, if I break it and reset it, just place it down again, it'll reset. So it seems like if I don't load this chunk, it just shuts off. This is not working. So I think I'm going to have to get a spot loader, and the way I laid this out is within a chunk. So as you can see, it's within this line. I can load this chunk and should be okay. But this is not really working out the way I planned. I mean, it's not even producing all the energy that this is capable of, which is 2048. it only goes to 1800. And this is a rotor that can wear out. I put unbraking on it and it seems to be holding up. The line is getting smaller, but this has been on for a couple of days already. So it's not wearing out so quick. That's not too bad. Anyway, while I have this chunk loaded, I'll just keep producing a little bit more energy. The mass fab will continue. What I want to do is replace that energy, the way it's being used. And what I prefer doing with that windmill is storing the energy and not depend on it for live energy like my ME or my systems here. I'd rather have that dedicated to storing extra energy. What I'm going to be doing today is a different kind of energy, and it involves that tree. Now, one of my subscribers, Mysterious Gaming, recommended something that I liked a lot, but I did have to wait a while because I didn't have enough of the resources to be able to build it. And what he suggested was to use the inside hollow of the tree for building an energy plant. All of this can be used to fill it with dynamos, energy dynamos. And it's a good place to put it, an energy tree. It'll store it in a very symmetrical and ordered fashion, so I like it. Oh, by the way, I built up a little bit of a second level here. I think I told you from inside, but here's what it looks like from the outside. It's symmetrical all around, has a design that is symmetrical on all four corners, so it'll provide some space. Now this is just a catwalk for electrical devices, for running wires and all of that. This is not a usable space. So down here and up here are the usable areas. Let's go back down and we'll get started. Yeah, I think the server's crashing. Alright, I'll be right back after I construct some devices. Actually, I'm going to make one of the devices with us now while you're watching. Let's create one of these guys. We'll grab a couple of ender tanks that I've already colorized for water, and we'll head outside and add it to our aqueous that we have already there, but we're going to need a lot of water for this project. Now, let me turn this one around since we're standing on the shore. Like this. And they both should be blue, so that's correct. Now you'll see why we need that much water in a moment. Alright guys, I'm back. I think I got everything that I need to start this project. If I don't, I'm close enough to the base where I can just go back and get it. But for now, we can start with what we have. Now, what I'd like to do is put one chest on top of the other. If I can. Let me take my hover remote off. Let's see if I can shift. There we go. Because I don't have a spare block so that I can place one on top. I want this space underneath just in case I need it. So let's see, how will we do this? We will go above the block here, this chest, and just climb upward. Now, while I'm doing this, I guess I'll explain where I got this idea from. One of my subscribers, I better not mess up his name, I forget the name, but he's been very helpful in the past and suggesting good ideas. And he suggested that we get a power supply in this tree. That's a great idea. It would be kind of epic because it's kind of bigger than what you'd need, which is exactly what we're looking for, something epic. So that's why I'm doing this. So I'm going with his idea. the original intention was magmatic servos or dynamos, and I think it might be better to use steam dynamos instead. Now let's see if I can remember how to do this. I kind of planned it out on paper, and I got a good idea. I think it's a good idea of how to do this, but we're going to need some fluid ducts also, so I'll place these guys here. I guess I should put the dynamos down. That'll help me to understand where everything goes. So we'll start, I guess, right there. Yep. All the way around. And now I know where to place the ducts. Now the fluid ducts will go onto the side of these. One on each corner, and they supply all 4 of the dynamos. The item ducts will go here. Yeah, so it is better to place the dynamos down. I'll know exactly where everything goes. Now I'm placing 10 of these, so it's a total of 40. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think I went too high there. Okay, now we do the same for these fluid ducts. I think that's where it is. Very good. Let's get rid of this extra stuff. I guess this is extra also. Yeah, I think that'll do. Now these are the guys that get connected to the chest. So I'll go like this and disconnect this. Yep. And this should be red. I'll do the same for this side. And disconnect this. Very good. Okay, now we need some pneumatics on these 2 sides, and we'll set them to always on. All that'll do is just keep sucking out the items from there. Now, is there a round robin feature on this? I don't see one. I'd like to be able to make it go evenly dispersed among all the dynamos if possible. I may have to figure that out at another time. But let me get this conduit down. Now this conduit is special. I prefer it over the other kind of conduit because this one can handle 2000 RF per tick. What is it? MJ per tick. The other one, I don't remember what that other one can handle. Let's see. This is the strongest one. It can handle 10,000 RF, which is 1,000 RF, 1,000 MJ. So that's done. All the conduits are down. I think we're ready to go ahead and start placing these guys down. I'll just go straight up until we get to the 10th. Alright, all of them are set. We can now place our resonant energy cells down. And that's connected, and we'll do it again. Okay, so this is feeding upward. So this is the reverse. It should be orange up, everything else open. We will increase the output to maximum. And that'll do. Always on condition. Very good. Alright, now I think I got everything that I need. Pretty organized, I believe. Now what we need to do is to cool these engines down, and one won't, I don't think one will be enough. Now where's our base? I believe our base is this way. I kind of want to open this up, but I'd like to preserve. Let me just keep this down, doesn't matter. I'm just going to place the ender tanks in any direction, it doesn't really matter. And then we need to set these to open. Let's see. That's on. And that's on. Now why are these? Okay, they're just glowing. Alright, now we need to open them at their sources. So that's, yeah, this is going to be a little bit difficult to be gliding around like this. So let me place this down like this. Now I can stand on it. And that'll work. Now that's not flowing, so it looks like I'm going to need a pneumatic on it. And that's flowing. Okay, very good. We'll go to the other side and do the same. I think all of this is done. This should be able to produce 1.21 gigawatts of power, or actually 2.2 kilo RF per tick, I believe is what it is. We need to get a large supply of coal. So let me show you how I plan to do that. Alright, so as you can see, what I have planned is a tree farm here. I'm just going to load this up with some dirt. Don't know exactly how much I need, but I can always stop it in progress. So let's see if this works. So we need to go up to this height in order to make everything even. Hopefully I brought enough dirt. Not sure if I brought enough. I wonder if it'll go beyond it if I only delineate it up to there. Looks like it is going higher. So I'll stop it after that level then. Should have stopped it earlier. I didn't bring enough for this whole level. So yeah, I only need down to this level. So I guess I'll knock this level out. Okay, so let me get rid of this. Alright. Okay, I'm thinking I'm going to get rid of all of this. Then I'll bring you back when I'm a little bit more complete. Because the oak saplings that I have, I don't think I have enough to fill the whole thing. It's going to take a while to harvest them. So I'm going to have to let the trees grow a little bit. And then harvest a few to get more saplings to fill it out. Then I'll know where to place the harvester. Because the planter is just going to go smack dab in the center of this. But the harvester has got to go right in the line of where I want this plantation to end. Now I'm going to be using an emerald upgrade. That means an added radius of 11. Added from the 3 that's default. So that's 11 on both sides, that's 22. Plus the 3 in the center, that's 25. So all directions have got to be a 25 by 25 for an emerald upgrade. Let me do that and then I'll bring you back. Alright guys, as far as I can see, tree farm seems to be working just fine. Some saplings are falling and not going through the harvester, which is inevitable. That does sometimes happen. But yeah, some of them do feed through. And as you can see, the wood is going into the DSU for the wood. I have this one set for apples. I bought the apples from the base. And we can't store any saplings yet because we don't have enough over by the planter yet. So one just made it over here. As you can see, they are coming through, so that's fine. We still need quite a bit more because we don't have enough oak to fill all of this yet. As you can see, as I pass by, my coin of fortune is picking up some, so I will be feeding it. The more the better. I got 9. Very good. Alright, so there's more that needs to be done. From here, the purpose of this tree farm is to feed, I remembered the name and now I forgot it again. Mastorius Gaming, I think his name is. Let me put some induction furnaces on. This is what I've had planned, is to place these down here and then place a switch in front of them just to keep them always on. This will make processing as fast as possible. And I've purposely set the wood DSU to be at the end here. It'll make it easy to go from here into the furnaces. I'll need to wrench these. And then place a pneumatic on it so that we can set it always on. Now, as you can see, the wood is already feeding in, and it's going at a slow rate because this isn't fully heated yet, but the switch will keep it active. I may consider putting an MFSU on under this so that when there is cloudy or nighttime skies, this will continue processing at least for another few minutes. It may continue throughout the night or through a rainstorm. I don't know how long the MFSU can last. It depends on how much power these are drawing, which isn't a whole lot. I think it's 3 EU per tick. And then the harvester and planter, they don't really indicate. Where is it? I think it's up here. I don't think they indicate how much juice they use. There it is. 4,000 EU. It does pull a substantial amount, so I may need another high voltage next to this and an MFSU to keep it on during the night. But as you can see, these are operating. 2,000 EU plus 4,000 is 6,000, so it's about 6,000 because these aren't pulling a whole lot. Right now is nighttime, so it's not going to work, but by the daytime, what I like about it is I'm not using birch or any other kind of tree. I'm using oak because oak can grow right next to each other, so it's not dependent on whether it cuts down a tree next to it or not. This sapling will grow no matter what, even if this one's covering it, even if it's covering by nighttime. Or, I'm sorry, not nighttime, but covering the light from hitting it in the daytime. So, yeah, oak is the best tree, I think, for this. And now, what we need to do is, from these induction furnaces, we need to feed into the chest that will feed our power generators. And I think I'll face it in this direction like this. And I've color coded it. Brown is my color, white overworld, black for coal. And we can feed them from here like that. I don't think we need pneumatics for this. I think it'll feed just fine. Let's see. Now the coal did go somewhere, so I'm assuming, yep, here it is. We don't need magmatics. Now from here, it should go into the dynamos. I'm not sure why it hasn't moved yet. It's still in this chest. Well, I think that's about it. I'm going to go check by the dynamos and see what's going on over there. I'll bring you back in a second. Alright, as you can see, these magmatics are turned on, so the coal is making it here. Here we have some coal. Now, I got to figure out a way to disperse all of this coal evenly so that all of these turn on at the same time. What we have is the coal is coming out of the chest and filling one dynamo at a time. But they will get evenly distributed by layers at least. From the first layer, these 4 will turn on before the next layer will turn on. So that's what's good about the way I've set it up here, that it'll go up evenly. The only thing is I do want it to go up separately so that they do come up in layers, 1 coal at a time, not 64 at a time. Because as it is set right now, the next dynamo will not turn on until this one has received 64. But if the tree farm is not producing enough oak yet, it's going to take a while for that to happen. And it will get to that point when we have enough saplings, but at the moment we don't have enough. Now we've collected about 500,000 RF already. That's very good. That is very, very good. That surprised me a bit. And then what we'll do is connect it to a tesseract and then feed this energy to our base. And that is going to work out great. Yeah, I want to thank Mystorious Gaming for helping me with this idea. And I want you guys to keep those ideas coming. I appreciate them and I do consider them. And I guess I'll call it quits for this episode. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all later.